Hi, hello, namaste, welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is about probiotics and their importance. I just thought it is really important to have knowledge on probiotics, so I'm trying to share as much as I can. If you have been to hospital with your kids with problems like diarrhea or indigestion, you might have heard doctors say it is not required to give antibiotics and they suggest to give probiotics. Not only for young kids, even for adults, these probiotics are very important. In fact, essential. So, let's learn about them. Human gastrointestinal tract contains trillions of microbes called gut microbiome. There are two types of diet that can affect the microbiome. They are probiotics and prebiotics. So, first let us see what are probiotics. Probiotics are live microorganisms, mostly bacteria and sometimes yeast, that gives positive health benefit. When we hear bacteria, we always think it is bad, but there is actually good bacteria which is present in our gut which promotes our gut health. What do these good bacteria do? Our digestive system cannot digest and extract all the nutrients from the different types of foods that we consume. These bacteria digest food for us and helps to get nutrients from the food and helps to improve our immune function. How to improve good bacteria? To improve this good bacteria, you can directly take probiotic food. Foods that are fermented contains probiotics in them. Foods like curd, buttermilk are rich in probiotics. South Indian breakfast items like idli and dosa, which are fermented and used, also have probiotics in them. Pickled vegetables are very good sources of probiotics. The other option is you can take prebiotics. When I say prebiotics, these are food for our good bacteria. So, these are basically food for probiotics. If you have these foods, the good bacteria that you have in your gut gets multiplied and increased in number because of the food which you are giving to them. In this way, you can increase the number of good bacteria in your gut. So let us see some of the good sources of prebiotics. Foods like onions, cabbage, whole grains, pulses, chickpeas, green peas are rich in prebiotics. Fiber-rich foods are very good sources of prebiotics. Bananas not only are rich in fiber and potassium but are a very good source of prebiotics. Some studies show that prebiotics are heat resistant, so to a large extent remain unaltered during the cooking or baking process. Though in the process of cooking, baking or refrigerating, some quantity of good bacteria get affected, there will be definitely certain amount of good bacteria present in them. There are certain things that you need to follow to keep your good bacteria safe. They are reduce the usage of antibiotics. Many people tend to take antibiotics thinking that they will cure our disease quickly and easily. But they overlook the fact that these antibiotics not only kill the bad bacteria but also kill the good bacteria, which is very essential for us, and sometimes it is not possible to restore the good bacteria. So, it is not a great idea to take antibiotics for simple things. You should avoid taking them and you should use them only until and unless it is very important to you. Have proper sleep. Having proper sleep is very important to have healthy gut microbiome. If you don't have it, it affects your microbiome. The next one is don't get stressed. People who are more stressed out for extended period of time have disturbed microbiome, either with higher amounts of bad bacteria or lower amounts of good bacteria. So, try to be relaxed and pleasant and reduce stressing out for small things. You can introduce lifestyle changes do exercise regularly and also incorporate meditation to reduce your stress levels. Don't have diet rich in refined carbohydrates. Refined food items are not good for our health. Foods like white rice, white bread, white pasta, sugars, artificial sweeteners, and all the refined food items that you find in the market are not good for our health. Try to reduce the usage of them and instead add fiber rich foods in your diet like brown rice, brown bread, fresh fruits, vegetables, and all these to improve your gut health. Also, I would like to mention that having a healthy gut is very important and it is related to numerous health benefits. Studies show that our gut microbiome can affect our mental health too. So, the anxiety, depression, and all the things that you are facing are indirectly related to your gut health. Also, it is observed that the bacteria that is present in your gut is responsible for your mood swings, your dullness, drowsiness, and many other things. So, please be cautious and have a healthy food. Now, let us talk about the supplements. Is taking probiotic supplement necessary? We hear about taking supplements for almost everything these days. If you have low hemoglobin levels, you go for iron supplement. Low calcium in your body, calcium supplement, B complex, and these supplements have become our day-to-day life. But we often neglect that we have all these important vitamins, minerals, and essential nutrients present in our food. We just don't realize it. We are tend to take tablets for everything and we forgot that we can find everything in our food. So, it is not essential to take probiotic supplement or in that matter any supplements until and unless it is really required and advised by your physician. It is always the best option to get all the important and essential nutrients from your food. I hope this video gave you a little knowledge about probiotics and their importance. If you like this video, do subscribe and share with your friends and family. Eat healthy, stay healthy. Thank you so much for watching.